And we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning. Welcome, my friend Captain Trek. This is Pain Volume 5. Yeah, I need to go mute YouTube. My bad. There you go. Now I can hear myself talk without hearing myself talk.
That can get a little annoying at times. Definitely distracting.
So, I usually do this every other week. I believe I did this just last week, though. However, I wanted to, I wanted to talk. So, here I am, and here you are.
Yeah.
What's been going on with you, Captain Trek?
Just dealing with pain like usual. Some days are better than others, obviously. What
Yeah.
about you?
Well, I've had a pretty trying couple of weeks, actually. My insomnia cycle came to a culmination on Monday, but it had started 2 weeks ago on Thursday, where I just couldn't sleep at all. And I'd go lay down in bed and maybe get a half hour of sleep and have to pop right back out of bed because it was, if you're not sleeping, it ends up being painful to lay in bed.
Yeah.
Welcome, Malahuhu, LDG Pixels, Parrot Head Taylor. What's up? M Dastardly, welcome. Thank you. I'm going to post the link in the chat here in a few minutes, but let me go ahead and finish my story and then we can all talk. So 2 weeks ago, Thursday, I was having trouble with singing. As a lot of people know, I'm on the karaoke stream on Thursday nights, but I could barely get a song out Thursday night. That's how bad it was. And then over the weekend, I couldn't sleep. By Sunday, I couldn't breathe anymore. So I popped out of bed Sunday night after, laying in bed for 3 hours, hoping I would go to sleep. Popped out of bed Sunday night and barely made it to my chair. And then I got up to go to the bathroom and my legs gave out completely. And I fell on the floor. I had to crawl back to my chair. So I called my ex-wife and I said, "Hey, you need to come get the kids. I can't walk." And so she came out as quickly as she could. Her and my other son came out. They were here within 7 hours, which was really impressive. Really impressive. So they got here, picked up my other son, the son and daughter who live with me, and my ex-wife took me to the emergency room where I laid there for 10 hours, and they said, "Well, we did all these tests, and there's nothing wrong with you." And I said, "Okay, I know. I get that. Can I go home now?" "Well, we'd really like for you to stay over." "No, it's in the mountains in the wintertime, or in the fall, I should say, when it starts getting cold, they turn the heat on, and they have it set for 78 degrees. Oh, that entire hospital was so stuffy. It was horrible. Even in the hallways, it was hot. It was just awful. I know why they do it, because a lot of older people who are sick, they need the heat to be higher. So I get that. It's just, it was so uncomfortable for me. I was literally feeling nauseous by the time they let me leave. It's like, I gotta have the temperature down into the 60s, otherwise I'm sick to my stomach. So, but that was a good thing. Turns out that when my diaphragm flares up and turns rigid the way it was last Monday,
Yeah.
I have to fast for 24 hours and drink nothing but water. So that kind of ruins my drunken philosopher persona. because you don't get drunk on water. And when you're hungry for 24 hours, you get really cranky. So,
You'd have to drink a lot of water to get water drunk. But yes.
oh yeah, yeah, and that's a bad thing too. It's
Yeah.
electrolyte flush. You don't want that. So,
No.
yeah. So when my diaphragm actually hardens, I literally have to fast for at least 24 hours. It's unpleasant. It really is. So, what's happening on your end, Captain Trek?
Well, I've been fortunate. I've gotten the part of the 8 that I'd been waiting for, that I applied for twice. So I went to the doctor. This time I paid, instead of $20, $30, I paid $2.
Right on.
I got my prescriptions, and instead of paying over $150, they were like $15. Like, okay, no problem.
That is excellent. And
Yeah.
I complain about VA care, but I don't pay for anything. So, even though I wish the care was better, I understand that that's the same way all over the country. Our care is not it is the best in the world if you can afford it.
Yes.
And the people who work for the VA are the ones who are either patriotic or just willing to work for minimum wage as doctors.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that, but we're working on it. We're getting there.
It will improve, definitely. Just unfortunately, with everything going on, things are kind of out of whack anyhow.
That is true. That is true. As a matter of fact, I had an appointment with the pain clinic down in Prescott. That's about an hour and a half away from me. So it was a video teleconference, and they were doing an induction briefing, right? So if you want to be a part of our pain clinic, then these are the things that we do and provide, and we have services. And so I was like, yeah, I want to participate in that. Of course, I've been in pain clinics before. I was in Phoenix and in a pain clinic for a year and a half. And so I went through all the classes with the psychologists and chiropractor and the acupuncture and the sensory deprivation tank and all that stuff. And none of it worked. None of it worked. Because they took me off of Percocet and it took me 30 days to go through the withdrawals. People who offer me, like a Vicodin or something, I'm like, no, I'm not. No. Like just a couple of months ago, I went and picked up some paintings for my aunt and uncle. And my aunt offered me a bottle of Vicodin. I was like, oh, I can't take that. I've been clean for 5 years. And the VA won't give it to me, so I will run through this bottle real fast. I don't need that. I can't do it. So Thank you for the offer, but I'm not going to take any. I'll just take my ibuprofen and hope for the best.
Obviously, the offer was well-meaning.
Absolutely.
That is good, but yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you would end up going through those and been worse off after.
Yeah, exactly. The withdrawals wouldn't have been as bad after only one bottle, but it still would have been the withdrawals that I hate so much.
Well, it's not just the withdrawals, but you finally have some ease from the pain, and then when it was gone, it'd be like,
oh yeah,
shit, it's back.
Right, the rebounding pain is actually worse. So the fact that I'm in more pain now than I was when they took me off of Percocet, Oh, I can't imagine what the rebound pain would feel like now.
No, you don't want to know. That's exactly.
The link is in the chat, guys, if you want to come on up and chat with us about pain. Otherwise, we'll just keep telling stories. So, yeah, my kids are with my ex-wife. Hopefully, I get them back this weekend.
I'm sure you will.
Well, yeah, that's the schedule for now. And, of course, I'm walking again, so it's cool. But this whole multiple sclerosis thing sucks. I tried to figure out why my diaphragm hurt so much, because my diaphragm is way up here and the lesions in my spine are way down in the lower back.
Connective tissue.
It's not connective tissue, but yeah, it's very similar.
I mean, you've got problems in one place. It's going to radiate out, and it's going to affect other areas. So
yeah. It turns out that the diaphragm itself is kind of a mushroom muscle right in the middle. I always thought it was a flat muscle going across the abdomen.
Yeah,
but it's actually a mushroom-shaped muscle, and then it has flaps going out from it. It wraps around the back, and then it dips down to the lower spine, or the upper part of the lower spine. And so when that, I'm assuming that I have a new lesion. I haven't seen my neurologist in 6 months, so I don't think I could get another MRI authorized anyway. However, those muscles connect right above where that third lesion was the last time I had an MRI. So I'm assuming I have a fourth lesion on my spine. I'm not positive, but since my diaphragm has not relaxed in about 2 months, I'm assuming that I've got a new lesion. So
that would be a safe, educated guess. Whether it's correct or not, you would require an MRI. But
yeah, exactly.
Based on past experience and how you're feeling, yeah, I'd say that's an educated guess.
It's improved my posture, though. In order for me to breathe, I literally have to sit up straight no matter where I'm sitting.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
Wow.
I mean, it's good for your posture, obviously, but
yeah,
that could get rather tiring as well.
Oh, that's one of the reasons I love my recliner so much. It actually keeps my back straight. So when I recline all the way, it straightens out my spine, and it's not like I'm sitting up straight, but in my office chair sitting in front of the computer, I can't lean back. So
yeah.
That's one of the reasons I haven't been on YouTube nearly as much as before, because sitting up straight is hard for me.
Yeah.
I prefer to lean back and relax. Again, this is an open panel. The link is in the chat. You guys are welcome to come on.
You're even welcome to ask questions if you want.
Yeah, or ask questions. Taylor. Oh, my goodness. Taylor, why didn't you tell me? Taylor's my daughter, everybody. Yeah, I get to say that. Yeah. She lives in Las Vegas, though, which is really far away from me.
Ow. Ouch, that hurts.
But, yeah, she was supposed to start college this year. Here I go growling at her again. So you pulled your ACL, Taylor. Oh, my goodness. That's terrible.
How did you do that?
Don't ask me. I don't know what sports she plays. Or why she was running. She never ran when she lived with me. Hello, Mountains of Elysium.
Greetings, Mountains of Elysium.
Cheap cologne, half-eaten chocolate, and empty promises. I love it. That is a great greeting, Mountains of Elysium. How are things going in the land of Ire? I'm not going to mention how old you are, so I'm glad you're on painkillers, but sober shouldn't be something coming out of your mouth. It should be something coming out of my mouth. See, Parrot Head, I'm parroting. See? I'm parroting over YouTube, making it public to the world. Bees Nest Films, hello. Again, the link is in the chat. You guys can come up and tell your story. What's been going on this week with you? Again, about a week and a half ago, I lost my legs, had to crawl to my armchair and get my ex-wife to come pick up my kids. So that's why I haven't done any cooking videos. And this is the second time I've been on YouTube since that happened. So come on up and say hi. I actually did go down to my brother's house, picked up some antiques and some other stuff I could sell.
Cool.
She was cleaning out a garage. Yes, Bee's Nest, I did find my legs. Turns out they were in the dining room. I was in the living room. What are you going to do?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, she was playing basketball. I've heard of that sport. That's one of those sports ball games, right? I'm joking. Seriously, I was an all-star basketball player in junior high.
I hate to tell you, but ouch. I think you twisted wrong. Yeah.
Oh, sober as in,
okay. To do that.
I say sober for alcohol and clean for drugs. That's why I was confused, Taylor. So, well, I hope that the pain isn't too bad. Don't give me the Percocet, though, because the VA won't give me any, so I can't take it. I hate being clean.
Yeah, unfortunately, my doctor at this point is willing to increase my meds, not decrease.
Well,
no.
If you know you're having your surgery coming up, I'd say no as well. As long as you can keep the pain at bay, you know.
That's where I'm keeping it at tolerable levels.
Yeah.
Right now, being pain-free is a dream, more of a fantasy than anything. But so I understand now about chronic pain. I there are things I get that I didn't before. I thought I understood. You know, unless you're really experiencing chronic pain for months
or years, yeah.
No, there's no.
Hey, Bee's Nest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's been over a year.
You got your robot voice on again.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I like my robot voice.
Yeah, I like it too. Danger, Will Robbins. Danger.
Danger. Oh, how's that?
How's that? What?
Does it sound better?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That sounds much better.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. Oh,
Oh, ouch. I'm sorry, Taylor.
She has to wait till November. Holy cow. That is awful.
Late November. Late November.
Oof.
And we're in early October. That's, yeah.
That is a long wait just to see a. I'm assuming you meant. Wait, did you pull an ACL in your teeth? Orthopedic, I'm assuming, is what you meant instead of orthodontic. I get to make fun of Taylor. She's my daughter.
She's probably on one of those dumb phones. I mean,
I'm sure that's the case. Yeah.
Because we all know what Auto Stupid does.
Yeah, it's cool though. So what's been going on with you the last couple of weeks, Bee's Nest?
I've been pretty sick the last couple of days. The other night, I was on YouTube, and all of a sudden, I just had a vomit. I'm like, so I run to the bathroom, puke my guts out, and it just keeps coming. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Where did that come from? And I was talking to this friend of mine, Dawn, and we're trying to figure out, well, what did you eat? Did you eat something bad? I'm like, no, nothing that I usually don't eat. And I remember I posted a video when I was in Mexico. I was in this restaurant and I ordered a coffee. And she goes, well, what about that coffee you got in Mexico? I'm like, you know what? I was like, that's probably from that, because they probably, they don't use bottled water in their coffee. They probably use their tap water.
Yeah.
So that's probably where I got sick from, is drinking their tap water.
Ay. That is an unpleasant experience. I know I go through it every couple of weeks. I've lost 40 pounds since my diaphragm hardened. That is not a pleasant way to lose 40 pounds, but I do look better.
I got a question. When you get a flu shot, is there any way you have side effects from the flu shot?
Yes.
Only if you're allergic to eggs. Otherwise, it's a dead virus.
Huh. Because I know a couple of days after I got the flu shot, I kind of feel crappy.
Yeah. I always do. 2 days after, I feel like crap.
It was about 2 days after I got it. I felt like just shit.
I've had the flu shot every year for 25 years. So
I've missed the last 3 years and I've not been sick. I only got sick when I got the flu shot.
Is that right? Well, the comedian Lewis Black has a joke about that. He says, went and got the flu shot. It means I didn't get the flu, but it means I had a cold all winter. No, the Parrot Head, the weakened version, is a dangerous shot to take. They actually do kill the virus before they stick it in your body.
Yeah.
But again, if you're allergic to eggs or semi-allergic to eggs, you may be sick for a couple of days. But it should not affect you as like having a cold all winter. It really shouldn't. It shouldn't affect you in vomiting or anything like that either.
No.
They must have used a bigger needle, because I remember a couple years ago I got one, and I didn't even feel it. But this time, man, I was like, damn, that hurts pretty like hell.
Well,
I get
and I'm going to tell you a secret. They use the bigger needle because it costs them less.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can actually request before they get the shot prepared to have a smaller needle.
So that's why usually I don't even feel the needles.
Yeah, sometimes they'll say no, they can't do it. But if you ask, at least you've tried.
I want to answer Parrothead's question here.
Am I
As a
allergic
former
to
serviceman, are you allergic to government BS?
Yeah.
I am.
I think we
indeed.
all are.
Yes, I am.
But what you were talking about is attenuated virus, and they only use that in extreme cases. That's when the virus is just barely alive, it's damaged just enough to not hurt you, but also alive enough that your immune system can create the white blood cells to attack it.
Mhm.
However, attenuated virus is dangerous, very, very dangerous, which is why they use dead virus vaccines, and they create them from scratch rather than attenuated virus vaccines.
Well, Russia don't even use vaccines. They're using this new method. I forgot the name of what these things are called, but they latch on. They look like some kind of fucking alien thing. It's got legs that latch on.
Like a
Yeah.
organ plant.
The
I can't even remember the
binding
name.
sites.
I mean, I when I saw the picture, it's like, oh, great, they're going to assimilate people now, because that's what it looks like. It looks like one of those board things when it assimilates the blood cells.
It latches onto the binding sites of a virus or any other, and that's also very dangerous. But Russia has always been kind of crazy in that scenario, anyway. So, hey, if it works, I wouldn't mind.
Well, they're starting to say, it might work as well as a vaccine.
Well, yeah, if you
forgot.
coat the
I wish I
binding
knew the
sites-
name of it.
If you coat the binding sites of a virus, then it can't attach to or infect a cell.
Yeah.
So it works. I'm sure that it would work great if it actually works. Does that make sense?
Can somebody Google that real quick?
You have to identify which binding sites you're talking about, and of course, that may interfere with some other medications that people are on. So if you're taking an antidepressant, those binding sites often look very similar to the H1N1 binding sites.
They start attacking your medication.
Yeah. So you may not get the flu, but you'll go crazy.
It's like, damn it, why ain't my lower tabs working?
I think I'd rather, no, thank you.
Yeah, medications are weird. Oh, the vomiting though, right? That's horrible, isn't it? It's like all day long, you're standing over the toilet. You go and sit down in your chair, you drink a little bit of water and hope for the best. And then a few minutes later, you're over the toilet again, retching, hoping that something comes out so you can eat again.
You can probably relate to this. There's like, whenever you like narcotic pain, it makes you like super constipated. For some reason, your stomach don't want to digest the food. And it's like you eat and it just kind of like it don't pass through the stomach.
Yeah.
And you start feeling bloated and bloated and bloated. And then you're like, oh my God, I feel sick. And then you like puke up and you see stuff that you ate 12 hours earlier. Like, holy shit, it's been sitting in my stomach this whole time. It's like your stomach closes up at the bottom. It don't want to go through.
Yeah, yeah, and that's one of the problems I'm having now is that the when my stomach or duodenum or whatever else is in that tract are inflamed, the food doesn't go through. I'm eating now,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. But last week, I was drinking Ensure because I can't eat solid foods when I have inflamed abdominal issues. And that's because of my diaphragm. It's all because of my diaphragm, how hard it is. And if I sit down the wrong way.
What causes a hardened diaphragm?
Oh, it's
MS.
Yeah, the nerve pain in my spine.
Oh, okay.
My neurologist is still not convinced I have MS, although I'm diagnosed with it. So I'm like, whatever.
And that's not curable, right?
No, it's not.
No.
I've come to grips with it. I've been dealing with it for 15 years. When it first started, I was running, and I used to be a 6-minute mile runner, and it started affecting my feet initially.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was running, my feet would go numb, and I wouldn't be able to run anymore, which drove me crazy. So I started going to doctors, neurologists, and things like that. I was like, I can run for about a mile, and then my feet go numb, and I can't run anymore. It's like running on pieces of plywood. And they said, well, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you think?
Okay. A few years later, I started having the periodic, not constantly, but periodic bouts of neuropathy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the tingling in your legs when it feels like ants are crawling all over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then in 2009, I shattered my right ankle. And so I was off my feet for 3 months. And I didn't have any of those sensations anymore. So I thought, okay, maybe it's a lower spine problem. So I kept going to doctors and getting tested, and nothing was wrong with me. I'm the healthiest sick person you've ever met. And then on my 4th deployment in 2011, my legs fell asleep and they never woke up. And that sensation has been creeping upward from my lower extremity. Now, obviously, it's affected my diaphragm ever since. So from 2011 till now, I've been trying to get a doctor to give me a diagnosis of something.
Yeah.
And in 2018, I finally got the diagnosis of multiple sclerosis. And so that's what I've been blaming everything on since.
I know, like when I first moved to Texas, I didn't have insurance. So when I got married, I automatically got on my wife's insurance. And I remember, I had back pain like ever since the Army. And, but I would just go to doctors to get pain medicine. That was it. I'm like, hey, my back hurts. I need some pain medicine. So finally, when I got on her insurance, they're like, okay, well, we're going to do a discogram. And talking about painful, a discogram, what they do is they stick this needle, it's probably like a foot long, and make you in pain. So what they do is they stick it in your disc, and then they kind of inject something to kind of blow it up. And so if you don't have pain, then nothing's wrong with it. So there's a nurse standing right there with some like morphine, So all I remember is like they stuck it in, and man, I just screamed out in pain. And they immediately inject you with morphine. They're like, okay, that one's bad. And they stick it into the next one. Oh man, that was awful.
I believe you. When I fell and shattered my ankle in Germany, I actually had to tell my troops how to carry me up the stairs because they were freaking out and running around. I was like, everybody shut up. You two, come down here and carry me upstairs. They seriously tried to carry me into the basement. I was like, no, I want to smoke. Carry me up to the smoking area.
Yeah.
I made them carry me all the way up the stairs. And I was sitting there waiting for the ambulance to come. I was like, you go to battalion headquarters and make sure that somebody calls an ambulance. You go over and get my coffee. You go over and get my cigarettes. And so when the ambulance finally got there, and I hadn't taken my boot off because I knew I'd shattered my ankle, at least broke it anyway.
Yeah.
That probably made it worse right there, not taking it immediately off.
Oh
Probably had to cut it
No,
off.
actually, that kept the swelling down and everything. So
No, in fact, yeah, if you'd taken it off, there would have been no way of getting it back on.
no, exactly, yeah. So leaving the boot on, and it had already started swelling anyway. I wouldn't have been able to get the boot off without cutting it, and I wasn't willing to let my soldiers do that to me.
I don't trust you enough. Let's let this be done by a professional.
Let's let the ambulance do it, okay? So when they got there, they put me in the ambulance and they cut my boot off. They were like, okay, give him morphine. Of course, this was all said in German, and I didn't understand a thing. But as soon as that morphine drip hit, I was like, oh, that's much better. We got to the emergency room, and the emergency room doctor, of course, this is all in German, so I don't understand what the hell's going on. But somebody said, okay, be okay. And the emergency room doctor grabbed my foot and reduced the fracture. Like he yanked the foot so that the bones would come back into the skin because I had two compound fractures. So he reduced the fracture and got the bones back in the skin before they rolled me into surgery. Even through the morphine drip, I was like, whoa!
Yeah.
Damn, I can imagine.
But yeah, I was in one of those scaffolding devices waiting for the swelling to go down for 3 days before they did the second surgery to rebuild my ankle. And then I was laid up for 3 months waiting for the bones to heal enough that they could take the 2 screws out that were holding my fibula to my tibia. So I literally could not walk for 3 months. I had to learn how to walk again in 2009.
Taylor says she hates morphine. What? I've never heard anybody hating morphine.
I don't like the morphine tablets.
Oh.
The morphine
Oh
drip,
no, they make me dizzy.
I'll take that anytime. But yeah, that was excruciating. Oh, look, it's Nina. Hello, Nina.
Hello.
Hello, Nina.
Hello. How are you guys?
Doing all right. How are you?
What's going on?
All right. You don't sound too good, Captain Trek.
Oh, yeah, I'm all right. It's getting closer to time for medicine. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
When you take it as prescribed, you got to wait 2 hours in pain till you can get the next pill. I'm fully aware of that.
Yeah, well, I took some pain pills this week. Half a pain pill. That was so I can lay in bed.
Yeah, you got a low tolerance, don't you?
Yeah, I don't take them unless I absolutely need them.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I wish that were the case with me.
yes.
I take them as prescribed 3 times a day. Of course, I don't anymore.
Yeah, I
Take them for the
know.
nose.
Stupid being clean for 5 years. Stupid VA. Give me medicine, damn it.
Yeah, really.
I really don't like those days when I can't walk. It
No.
really is. It drives me absolutely up a wall. I can't stand it.
Yep. Oh, that's not good.
But I am feeling better now. So,
Oh,
Well,
that's
that's
good.
good.
and
Okay.
it is your lower back, Nina. Is that what the problem is?
Yes. Yeah, I have a degenerative spine with bulging disc.
Yeah, that's painful.
Mm.
Yes. Tell me about it. So, I've been at my sister's for
Oh, shit.
a week.
How have you liked it?
I love it.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it's much quieter.
Oh, yes, much quieter. And it's nice to be with my sister.
I haven't seen my brother in about 8 years.
Wow, how come?
I just, I live in Texas. He lives in Florida, and I just hadn't had the extra money to go over there. But I think I'm gonna go over there next month.
Oh, that would
Because
be nice.
my parents, they live close to my brother. They kind of live in the same town, so I want to see my parents and my family. And since it's been 8 years, I probably won't live another 8 years, so this probably be the last time I either see them or they see me.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your problem?
Everything. Well, I don't anymore, but when I was younger, like right when I got out of the military, I just kind of went wild, put everything in my body that's not supposed to go in there, and just lived the party lifestyle for way too long, and it's catching up with me now.
Oh, that's not good.
I got high blood pressure, just everything. My kidneys are moderately damaged.
Mm.
I had to. CC knows about this. The VA, they give you a free plot at the VA cemetery.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I filled out the forms and everything, and they called my ex-wife. I guess they have her number, and she goes, "They called you up, and and they need you're not finished with your forms." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well, you forgot to put something like on your tombstone or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I call them up, and he's like, "Yeah, you got to put what you want on your tombstone, like you can choose like whatever you want written on your tombstone, but you only have, I think, so many letters or so many words that you can like put on there."
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, this is going to be forever, so I want to, I want to crack people up. So
Mm.
my first choice was I was going to put on there, "I woke up in my clothes again this morning." But that was too many words. So I'm like, okay. So I changed it to "Want to trade places?" ? And I'm serious. That's seriously what's going to be on my tombstone. "Want to trade places?"
I love it. That's perfect.
Yep.
I'll,
You know,
I'll probably,
I could probably see
go
like a
with, I'm sorry,
like
go ahead.
100 years from now, like 100 years from like 50 years from now, kids are like who are gonna like be visiting the cemetery, like walking through, like just looking at the tombstones, and they're gonna come across mine and just bust out laughing.
I'll probably go with something cliche like husband, father, or maybe I'll try, sir. That was one of the mottos that I had in one of my units in the army. I'll try, sir. Oh, that was funny. We always made fun of that one, so I might put that one on there. I'll try, sir.
Try. It was like I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was that Greek philosopher Diogenes or whatever. And I think he lived on the street. And they asked him like, well, what do you want us to do with your body when you die? Where do you want to be buried? And I think he said, just throw me over the wall and let the dogs eat me. And he's like, and they're like, well, you don't care that the dogs are eating you? He goes, what do I care? I'll be dead.
Pretty much.
Yep, pretty much.
I just hope my ex-wife don't change my whatever. What do they call it on their tombstone? They call it whatever. I hope she don't change it.
Oh, the saying on the tombstone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. My ex-wife has my medical directive and my medical power of attorney.
Yeah. So does mine. So I told her what I was going to put on there, and she's like, "Don't do that. Don't do that." So I hope she don't change it. Like once I'm dead.
Well,
Which I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know anyway.
That's a good one to put on your tombstone, Mountains. I told you I was sick.
That's a good one.
I love doing this
Damn it.
stream with you guys. You guys always make me laugh.
Damn it! I told you I was sick.
Well, I'm gonna wrap this up.
Alrighty.
LDG.
Catch you guys later.
LDG Pixels is going to do a live stream watch party for Lower Decks Season 1, Episode 10, No Small Parts, which, by the way, I absolutely loved. So we'll go around the panel, and you can plug your channel, Captain Trek.
Well, I don't have anything coming out right now. I'm still working on a couple things, but yeah, definitely be checking out for that later to watch the watch party. That should be a fun time.
Now, if I understand correctly, this is the first episode you've actually liked of Lower Decks.
Yeah. I didn't hate the last episode until the closing credits. That just pissed me off. But this one, yeah, I liked it.
Awesome. I knew you'd come around.
Not me. I don't like it. I watched one through maybe 5 minutes of it. I said, that's enough.
Well, you don't like cartoons anyway, do you?
Oh, yes, I do. But
Oh, you did? You didn't like this one?
Roadrunner. I like cartoons.
I would suggest watching this one. Seriously.
Yeah, episode 10 was awesome.
So are you at home, Mr. CCDV?
I am indeed. I got home from the emergency room last Monday night, so I actually managed to sleep about 5 hours that night, ironically, but I think it had to do with the pain medication they were giving me in the emergency room.
Yeah.
So I was not in as much pain, so I was actually able to sleep. That helped a lot. And then leading up to going down to my brother's house this last weekend, I actually did manage to get some sleep. So I'm out of my insomnia cycle, thank God.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
my legs are working. I've been able to do minor things around the house, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Good.
And you have anything coming up this weekend, Nina? Other than karaoke?
There'll be karaoke, but someone's going to have to bring it up because I'm here at Norris. We'll be until Sunday, so
Okay.
going home on Sunday, Bill bug bombed the apartment and got sick.
He's not supposed to be in the apartment when he bug bombs it.
Did he do
Well,
that again?
you gotta pull the thing, and well, he did got some in his face. I said, no wonder why you're sick.
I'm not laughing. I swear I'm not laughing.
That's all right.
Yeah, you are. I should feel bad. I should feel bad.
I should too. So we've got LDG coming up in about an hour to watch that episode of Lower Decks, which Captain Trek likes. So it's an endorsement. Hello.
Yeah.
What do I have coming up this weekend? Just my Bible study this weekend. Next week on the spiritual stream on Wednesday afternoon, we are talking Hinduism. So we'll be doing that Wednesday. And other than trying to sing a couple of songs on karaoke, that's it for me. I won't be able to do the after party on Saturday.
Okay.
So
well, Bill might do it. I don't know.
if he's feeling better, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm here. This long is because he's sick. I'll say something, but I'll be nice.
Okay.
It's all right. Well, folks, it was pleasant and enjoyable. Thank you very much for being here. Wookiee Supremacy, Mountains of Elysium, LDG Pixels, Parrot Head. Oh, there's a lot of people. Taylor Nickel. And Bees Nest Movies. Thank you for joining us. Superhero
yes.
Reviews. Awesome guy. Elihu Hu, thank you for dropping by before you went off to your interview. I appreciate that. And I will see you guys all later on. We will watch Lower Decks together. Thank you for joining me and have a great day.
Okay, you too. Bye.